right. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to be super intentional today. Going to keep this to 30 minutes because I've got a podcast interview to go to at 7:30. And we are day 8 of our 30-day Shopley Affiliate Challenge. And Jay, we've already been up super early this morning, haven't we? We've already done a masterclass with the Make It membership with Dr. Joseph McClendon and none other Malcolm Jamal Warner. Get goosebumps just thinking about it. But Jade and I were just having a bit of a conversation offline before we jumped on and just sharing some of our insights. And Jade, I suppose, let's just get really raw for 30 seconds here. What was the big takeaway that you took? And I'll share mine.
Yeah, look, I think one of the biggest takeaways was learning what those toxic 10 are, right? And it's all those limiting beliefs that we put forward to us, but it's what we're putting off, right? And like my house is a mess, right? I'm not going to lie, but one of my thought patterns is I don't get paid for it, so I purposely put it off and choose to work, and that's not actually how I want to be living. And it's like, oh, boom, what can I do it now? And you know what? It does seem like a very overwhelming job. And I guess it's just taking those little pieces, that little bite of time, like putting aside 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, and just getting it done. And slowly it's going to build up and the house will be clean. And it's going to be that feeling, right? That achievement, that, the house is clean. I feel amazing, right?
Yeah, and then keep it clean, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, the realization, like I talk about living life above the line, accountability, responsibility, and ownership. And I do that in a lot of areas of my life. But then if I look around, like our house is a pigsty too, Sarah and I have justified it to ourselves that, hey, if the kids are happy, who cares? If we're focusing on, paying the bills and we're doing the travel and we're doing all those other things, who cares? But really, right, that's excuses, isn't it? That's, and just like straight away, those feelings of being like a hypocrite, which is one of those things that I've always strived to make sure in a public light that I don't look like a hypocrite, but really, like behind closed doors, that hit home, and took a lot of ownership around that. But what it also come into, right, is what Joseph was talking about. As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. Right. So that goes both ways. If I'm thinking great, I feel great. If I feel great, I'm going to do great. And if I do great, I'm going to have great results. But if I flip that and I start getting into that shame and blame and, like the house right now, like it's a pigsty too. Like I'll totally free admit that. My weight, like I'm obese, and there's areas in my life, and it's like just that sudden realization that those feelings, of that shame and guilt have led to probably a lot of my anger issues, a lot of our arguments that Sarah and I have and all that sort of thing, because I'm feeling this big.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow. And, and it's one thing to show up and serve in this capacity, but it shows up in every area of life too, right?
Yeah.
And it only takes 5 minutes a day to reset our brain to get into this thing of remembering, is to reconnect things together and get past our conditioning around all of that, around that procrastination monster. And the big statement that jumped out for me was, there is no fearless people, but there are people who fear less.
Yeah, that was big too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so much value in that membership. And just to share that this is now a product on Shopley. you know, you'd be crazy not to want it for yourself. Like,
Right.
just the value.
So, and let's just do a quick, we'll just do a quick little plug here because hey, this is a Shopley affiliate challenge after all. And can you
That's
see what we've
right.
just done here? We've just shared some real raw testimony of how we've both been impacted by the first masterclass that just happened this morning at 5 a.m. Sydney time. And you know, we're you know, paying members of this membership here through Shopley. Thank you, Shopley, for bringing such an amazing, you know, peak performance transformation coaching to our plate. Now, people pay tens of thousands of dollars to be in the room with these guys, and we get to be here for less than a cup of coffee a day. Like, if you're really wanting to up level your life, if you're really wanting to take things seriously, and you know, the psychology of getting past the toxic 10, which, you know, Joseph talks a lot about, but fear, procrastination, and self-doubt, they're dream killers. And I'm
Absolutely.
so super pumped that our inner circle, our core team is engaged and enrolled into this program, because I know what that's going to do for us personally, but also do for us as a team, and also do for us as a community, and the impact that we're going to have to get into our peak performancing is going to be amazing. And, you know, you can jump into here, and Jade, I think I've already shared the link in the comments just to confirm that, please. But you can sign up here for a year's membership, or if that can't,
Yep.
you can't do that, we've got the monthly membership option there too. And, you know, here's an affiliate. You go and buy this program, $75 direct bonus for either myself or Jade. But here's the thing, right? It's not about me. It's not about us. You go promote this program. I know Mel was on there, Zach was on there, Dave was on there, you know, just to name a few. They go and create a story and share their testimony, and, you know, put their, you know, their plug and get people to come check this out. And it's not about the sale. It's about the impact and the result that we can all go win together and do this as a community. But hey, we can get rewarded for that incentivized recommendation. And I would go recommend this day any day of the week without getting rewarded, right? It's just one of those things that you have to just shout out for the rooftops. The reward is a cherry on the top.
Yeah. And
But
I just want to add, like, how cool is it, like, growing up as a kid, watching The Cosby Show,
I know,
and
right?
we are now literally sitting in a room with Theo from The Cosby Show. Like,
Yeah, he's
just like,
he's also the doctor off of 911 and The Resident on some most current shows. And to have, he's not only that, his sweet mum was there with us.
yeah, that was
You
so
know, Malcolm
beautiful.
Jamal Warner, Pamela Warner was there with us. She was just so amazing, and so relatable and so humble.
Yeah,
Like,
but the
both of
fact
them.
that she loves, like, that she's learning every day, and she's probably in her 70s or 80s, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
and just amazing. Such a
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. And just a quick recap: we had Amanda McCloy's Coach Success yesterday with her launch. We had
Yep.
over about 56% show up rate for that. Was absolute amazing. So thank you very much for everybody who plugged into that and came along. So, guys, we're full swing into this Shopley challenge.
Yeah.
You know, and there are some amazing products like Make It Matter membership, Coach Success, the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. You know, Aaron Briley has also brought on Brad Sugars from Action Coach. Like, the big players, they're coming, they're here.
Yeah.
And we've got them here on Shopley, and I just love that. You know, as a brand for myself in the coaching mentoring space, that we can now create these collaborative communities, and I can bring other products to our amazing community to help us to go further, faster together, and just brilliant. All right, let's get into day 8. Jade, thank you very much, champion. I'll get into today's training. We're going to keep this short, sweet, and very intentional. And let's get this moving. So today is all about the third stage of the custom value journey. Engaged. Subscribe. Yesterday was engaged. Moving people from engaged followers to committed subscribers. And it's about really now starting the conversational piece. And there are multiple ways to do this. We can, you know, create lead magnets and turn people from a traffic to a lead. We can build a strong Facebook group community, and it gives us an opportunity to nurture relationships. Or we can get into DMs, and we can even start having conversations there. I would class that as an action as part of this subscribe stage. You know, so today is all about this third stage of the customer value journey, where curiosity turns to commitment. So what does subscribe really mean? Well, it's not just about collecting emails. It's about building community. When people subscribe, they're saying, yes, I want to learn from you. Yes, you have my permission to market to me. The real goal here is to create a private space. We're taking people out of the big wide ocean in the public and we're bringing them into a nurturing community to create deeper connections and position ourselves as the person of influence. The big truth around this stage is engagement is great, but without a way to keep in touch, we're leaving money on the table. We really need to think about how do we build our list? How do we build our community? How we build our buyers list is what I call it. The reason I was able to jump into the position of Mac 1 and almost Mac 2, on the comp plan in the Shopley comp plan was because I already had a buyers list of around about 600 people who knew me, liked me, and trust me, who resonated with me. And when I was able to put the right product in front of that warm, trusted, ecosystem, I was able to have a team of, between myself and people duplicating now, we've got a team of over close to 90 people in just 4 months. Now, I know they're low numbers, but this is pioneering days. Pioneering is hard because you've got to sell the vision, the mission. There wasn't necessarily a tangible product like we do today. Today is much easier than what it was 6 months ago. But because I had that buy-in list, because I had people who believed in me and had faith in me that I was going to steer in the right direction, away we go. This is where we stop chasing customers and we start attracting loyal fans. We build relationship, we build community. And that is the number one asset that you'll ever build in this space. And so you've got to respect it. You've got to treat it like the right thing. It's not just about the sale. It's about the trust. And then we can go monetize that through that trust by putting the right product in front of the right people at the right time to serve them. Not my financial gains, but them. And then we go do business and life together. See, people don't just sign up for a list or a group. There are over, I think, last count, plus 70 million plus Facebook groups on Facebook right now. So why would they join your group? Why would they join your networks group? Why would they join your friends group? They join to get transformation. We're all selling one thing, and that's transformation. The three core reasons that people join your list, join your community, is because you provide exclusive value. They want something that they can't get anywhere else but through you. Now, there's a reason why we do things like these crazy things like a Shopley challenge, right? It positions me as the person of authority and gives exclusive value that you really can't get anywhere else. But the other thing here about this is it's about belonging. Maslow hierarchy of core needs talks about financial roof over our head, the power turned on, food in our fridge. I would actually say that is physical core needs. The emotional, spiritual core needs are around about belonging and identity. When you find your tribe, you find your vibe. You want to be part of it. You need to be part of it. It becomes a part of your DNA. You have to be a part of it. You have to support it. That's when you know you've got a really awesome community going. Because trust and relationship is the byproduct of that. And trust and relationships come from people who resonate with you and want to stick around you. This is influence, right? The biggest mistake I've seen myself do and a lot of other people do in this space is just asking people to join without giving them a compelling reason. This is one of the big shifts that I had to personally go through. Like, I could put a lead magnet in front of anybody, and so can you. And I see a lot of our students going through this as well, just going through the do because that's what they think they need to do. You see, you got to get the law of buy-in. You've got to get the law of influence and the law of compelling reason to get people to take action, especially in such a noisy place today. So this is what works. Offer something of value up front. Get my 3-step guide X. Join the free 30-day Shopley affiliate challenge to get your first $1,000 in 30 days. Blah, 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 right? Give them a massive value. I used to think that you can't give something away like this that I'm doing right now, this type of training for free, right? Because my scarcity lack mindset goes, no, people are going to pay me for this. But you know what? I know if I deliver this massive type of value at the front for free, for free. Trust is built, relationships are built, connections are built. And then people will come to me and say, Jeff, I love what you have to offer. How do we do life and business together? What's the next step in the customer value journey? When you make them feel part of something bigger, they want to belong. They want to attach. They want to take ownership of it for themselves. And we need to continue to show them what's in it for them. WIIFM. What's in it for me? We're all tuned into that radio station, right? So we just need to keep it there. And I could hear my wife laughing at the background there with my little one-liner quips. You're going to love what I do, right? I'm obsessed and I love it. I'm passionate. So here are some top 5 expert tips to converting traffic into leads and into getting permission-based marketing happening for you. You ready for it? Drop a 1 in the comments for me below if you're ready for this. This is how you turn casual engagement into meaningful conversations that give you permission to put the right product in front of them. And here's what the best in the game do. Russell Brunson loves to capture attention first. You know, he's the master at short attention. He's the master at getting hooks. If your hook isn't strong, they're gone. You need to drive curiosity-driven headlines. Most people do X wrong. Here's what works instead. Now, there's a lot of buying psychology just in that statement there. We'll unpack that for another day. Just try it. Rather see ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice any day of the week. Post engaging content that sparks questions, that sparks curiosity, that sparks conversation. Remember, it's awareness, engagement first, right? You know, Donald Miller loves the Story Brand book. I love this book. And his key theme is keep it simple, keep it clear, because a confused mind will never take any action. If your message is confusing, people will tune out. You know, when I had my son got diagnosed with MS at the age of 11, and the doctors are trying to talk to me what's going through, and I'm going through this, emotional turmoil and, shock moment in my life that I've just seen my 12-year-old son, 11-year-old son, who's now 13, lose the ability to walk overnight. And the doctors are trying to explain to me and using all of their confusing jargon. I glazed over and I had an emotional breakdown. That's what your people do with your marketing message if it's too complicated. You've got to talk to them at caterpillar level versus butterfly level. Meet them where they're at and make your call action clear and direct. Simple wins every day of the week. Avoid using industry jargon. Make sure that you're using their language. Dan Kennedy, the master of direct selling, was actually Russell Brunson's teacher and coach in this space. You know, he says more conversations to DMs ASAP. That is the name of the game. We heard Amanda McCloy from Coach to Success with her launch party just yesterday talk about this. The quicker you can get people to a conversation, the better, the faster you can build trust, the faster you can build a connection, the faster you can figure out how you and your products can be the bridge to their transformation. So want my free guide? Drop a flaming emoji below and let's get started. That's a really good prompt there for you. See, I talked about the 2-step prompt yesterday, and I'm going to show you an example of that in action. But every interaction into a private conversation deepens trust. I want you to remember that. Every interaction into a private conversation deepens trust. So it doesn't matter whether it's an email, a Facebook message, or a get on the phone or get on a Zoom call. Drive everybody to those conversations. My best sales calls, my best conversions happen on those one-on-one personalized conversations. Jim Quick says, ask engaging questions to open up the conversation. People love talking about themselves, so use that to your advantage. You know, get them people thinking, great light bulb moments. This is why I do what I do here in this teaching stuff, right? It's about creating light bulb moments. Gets you thinking, because you start thinking, you'll start, oh, hey, that Jeff Ross fella from Australia, he taught me this. That's going to create a belonging and a connection and a trust between us, right? If you could solve one problem in your business right now, what would it be? Hey, I'd actually like to know the answer to that. Put it in the comments for me. And then I'll be able to maybe come back and create some content for that and help serve you in that space. See what I've just done there? I've asked engaging questions, but I'm looking on future pacing. I'm looking at how we can build a better relationship together. Frank Kern talks about ask before you give. Sorry, give before you ask. Dyslexia. Got to love it. Give before you ask. There's a reason I paused, because I heard that coming out of my mouth and that's wrong. But You got to build trust first, right? Before pitching anything. There's nothing wrong with pitching. There's nothing wrong with selling. When you sell from a position of service and you're looking to help people benefit their life, there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually fun. I reckon it's an injustice if you don't do it. But if you do it too soon, too early, if you go in for that kiss, if you go in for the kill, I was going to say someone else. If you go in for that kiss too early, people feel you come across as a creep and people run away a mile, 100 mile. You got to let them see results first, then make the offer. You got to let them get trusted. You got to build connection. You got to build belonging, then make the offer. I talked about that at the beginning of the show, right? So let me just quickly show you an example of what's possible in this space. All right, let's go share screen here, Jeff. Let's just share the entire screen, make that easy. All right, so I'm going to go to Facebook here. I love these yes me type two-step posts. Right, so I'm just going to go over here to my Facebook profile, and you'll see a couple of the ones that I've done in the past here. So let's just go to Facebook. Let's go to quickly just search. I'm just going to put hashtag yes me. Right, so here's one here. Did on February 28th. I was leading up to this challenge. I wanted to get people into this challenge, right? As you can see, there's just under 70 people in this challenge now. So got 1,000 followers. You're sitting on untapped income. I'll show you how to monetize this. Hashtag yes me to learn how. Look at this. 358 comments. Now, not all those are people. They're my replies as well. But here's the lead. I've got now over 138 prospects who would be open to now start a conversation. You see, I could reach out to all these people and start a conversation. They've just put their hand up and said, yes, me. They're essentially subscribed. Yeah, this is a form of building your list into wanting to learn more about this amazing offer. Let's go and have a look at a couple of examples of what I've done here. So, all right, so Nick said, yes, me. All right, so what I've done is I reached out to Nick. He's actually put his hand up. So now I've got, hey, legend, big news. We've probably talked about it a couple of times here before too as well. And now I've just put the actual, pitch in front of him. And, so I've given people easy access to go to the link to register, go to the Facebook group. I've made it simple. Boom. Okay. Nick's in the challenge. And you'll see here what I've done to Nick, with Nick here in this space, is how'd you go? Are you in? Do you need the link? Hey, I'll send you, this is probably the first one I said, I'll send you more information in a day or two, because I think I put up that post before I even had that funnel built. So I was building the waiting list. And hey, Nick, I just want to make sure that you're in. So here we go. He's got that one he's liked. So the repetition, the follow-up, being consistent, being in front of mind, away we go. All right, so Alicia has had the same thing. What have I done? Okay, Alicia's actually a missed opportunity. When you start to get too many, I've missed it. There we go. There's a lead that I need to go pick up on. She's fallen through the cracks. I see what I've done here. I've used the messages, but I didn't send her a direct message. My bad. All right, let's have a look at another one. Okay, let's look at Kelly. I know Kelly and I talk back and forth a lot, so there's probably, quite a different few conversations going on here. But there you go. There's the post. Hey, legend. And you can see, yes, that is a copy and paste post because I've got relationship. It works. It's about simplifying. People know what to expect when they come with me. There's a relationship here. If you look back through Kelly's messaging, it goes right back for, probably 3 years. Okay, so now I've gone back to that message there, and so this is what I call a two-step post. I've sent them a message. They put their hand up, yes, and I've then put this in here. Couple of reminders. Facebook hates you putting links in, especially if you start putting hundreds of links in. That's a good way to end up in Facebook jail. So a little tip: I created an image with a QR code to get around Facebook's jail. There you go. There's little hacks everywhere. So you can see there now, I've got all of these leads now, and I could start a massive follow-up campaign. The fortune's in the follow-up. That's another great thing about getting people to subscribe. Now, people think when you hear the word subscribe, you've got to build your email list. And yes, that is very important. Building your email list is an asset that you own, because if Facebook fell over today and you haven't got a list and everything's built on Facebook, you're building on sand. But that's a more of an advanced tactic. And we teach that stuff in the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. Actually, Jade is going to be doing a masterclass in 2 weeks' time talking about building funnels to create your own lead magnets to build your list. But it doesn't have to be a lead, an email. It can be a simple DM conversation. And you can see there, I can create a spreadsheet. I've got all those details, and I can start to track my interactions with them. All a lead is a prospect. All a prospect is someone you're having a conversation with. Let's bring it back down to the fundamental foundational ideas here, and let's just go and have all conversations. You know, every mentor and coach that I've ever got in this space, they all say the same thing around this. What is your DMO? What is your daily method of operation? And you'll hear the network marketing language all the time. Go get your 2 exposures. What is exposure? Well, you know, you're sharing the tool, you're sharing the snapshot, you're getting people to an opportunity call. How do we do that? Well, we've got to invite people into an opportunity. We're going to invite them into something of value. We're going to invite them to the next piece. How do we do that? Well, we go have conversations with people. I talked about our 5-step recruitment process the other day, right? Start a conversation, step 1. Qualify and invite, step 2. Don't be a tool, share the tool, and then follow up and then close. Simple as. But we overcomplicate it. We get up in our head. We get into procrastination city, as Jade and I was just talking about from the Make It Matters membership call. Procrastination is the thief to our dreams. And Jade's just giving me a little 5-minute nudge because I do have a podcast interview coming up. So let's just quickly wrap this up. Go do your 2-step post. Go put your post up. Get into the, what is it that you're creating curiosity? What is it that you're putting to get people to say, yes, me? This itself is a simple lead magnet when you can lead them to something. Guys, you don't need to create anything. I've done it for you. You've got your 30-day affiliate challenge that you can invite people in, and you can build your own interactive list in that way. So that is your step. Go start a 2-step post. I'll do a little add-on bonus video today to show you how to go create the conversation piece using AI. I'll jump in at lunchtime today and do that as a bonus. But go and figure it out for yourself. Just go be natural. Hey, I've got this really great thing. Would you blah, blah, blah? Yes, me. Cool. All right. Here's the details. Go join. Step 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Don't need to complicate it. We just need to think about slowing it down, build trust, build belonging, build connection, build relationship. So start inviting people, start them to get to subscribe, start bringing them into a community. If you haven't got your own lead magnet, use other people's. Leverage the 30-day Shoply affiliate challenge. This is not just my challenge. This is your challenge. And if you've been invited to this challenge and you're not a part of Shoply already, reach out to the person who invited you to get you set up as a free affiliate or get you set up as a Shoply influencer so we can go build this community together. Engage with people through DMs. Take them to the next step. This is Leadership 101. Influence is leadership, and leadership is influence. So go influence people. How do we do that? We build trust with people. How do we do that? We add value to people. We become likable. Go become likable. Go become fun. Go become attractive. Let's go. Drop a done in the comments when you've actually taken massive action and you've actually implemented today's action step. And go post your 2-step post and start to bring in your scripts, if you will, your messaging to get people to the next stage. What's the invite piece? And if you want some help in that, reach out to me. I'll just quickly drop my Calendly link below. And if you need to jump on a 15-minute call with me to see how we can help personalize this whole strategy for you, I'll give you that free of charge. And I just love to serve. I love to talk, but I'm very obsessed with helping people in this space. So let's get on a call. Here you go. Here's my Calendly link. Go book in a 15-minute chat with me, and let's do a strategy session together, and let's figure this out and how we can personalize it with you. All right. That's all I have for today. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We're going to finish on time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for blessing me the opportunity to be the guide on your journey. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we talk about the convert stage, where we now get our leads and our DMs and our people to now convert into that first sale, into that first conversation, into that first transaction. All right. I'll see you soon. Stay caffeinated. Stay legendary. Bye for now.